Come on, you gotta get up.
Gotta wake up.
Oh, I'm a zombie dog. Wait, why's your hand on me, sir? I don't know you. I don't appreciate people touching me like that. I'm sorry. You gotta
Excuse
get out
me?
of here. This is a creepo in my house. Hi, everybody. Hey, happy hump day. And sir, can you please scoot over, sir? Sir, what is he doing in my house? Who is this guy? Does anybody know who this is? Well, I don't know if I've introduced him or not, but this is my boyfriend! Yeah, Zeke has a boyfriend. For all of you that don't know,
I know, it's surprising, huh?
this nerd is my boyfriend. Yes, yes, yes. He's playing a Legion right now, if anybody knows what that is. So I don't see him very often. Anywho, I love you. Can you
Go away.
Can you? I love you. Oh. Yay, I'm back. I lagged out there for a second. So, today I'm not going to do anything goofy. I'm going to be a widow. Serious. I mean, I promise not to say anything crazy.
Just stop. You're gonna make people leave.
But it's going to be a fantastic
Oh,
video.
God.
No? No? Not funny?
No,
Okay.
not really.
So I wanted to show you guys my boyfriend, and I wanted to tell you guys how we met.
Please no.
Are we ready for that?
No.
I didn't tell him what this video was going to be about. So, we're going to go about a story about how we first met. Oh.
It's a very long, interesting story, so get the popcorn.
we'll try to make it. What time is it? I'm going to try to make it under 10 minutes.
It's 8:30. It's 8:30. It's past your bedtime.
It's 8:30. Okay, so I'll start. So, the first time I joined the furry fandom was at the beginning of January 2015. I didn't know much about furries, but in like 3 months I got a fursuit. As most of you guys might know, it was Zeek. I don't know if a lot of you guys know, the one with the blue patch on my eye. That was Zeek. And I made a video, made some friends, and around October I decided I wanted to go to Arizona FurCon. But I was scared because I've never been to one of these before. And I posted on Facebook and told everyone, I'm scared. Please don't make fun of me. I don't have the best suit in the world. It's not a $3,000 suit. I don't want people making fun of me because I don't have a $3,000 suit. And I was really scared that people were going to be mean to me. And I put a big long rant on Facebook and I said, please be nice to me. It's my first time and I just want to make friends and I just want to be nice. And all sorts of people started commenting. He was one of them.
I'm getting text messages right now. I'm pretty popular.
Oh, okay. So, anyway, so I decided to go, and after him and all sorts of other people messaged me and said, it'll be okay, you get to meet me, I'll be nice to you, I'll show you around, I'll be your friend. I'm like, okay. So I go, and I walk in to Arizona FurCon day one at like 10 a.m., and I don't have my fursuit on, I'm just in person, and I'm looking around, seeing how mean everybody is, and everybody's pretty nice. And so I see some fursuiters, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And after about an hour and a half, I decide, I'm going to go get my fursuit. So I go get my fursuit, I come in with my ears down, and I'm just like, nobody look at me, nobody look. And I walk in, and everybody's pretty nice to me. Even some people helped me put on my suit, because I was having a little trouble, because I was nervous. And I get to the orientation, and then after orientation, I meet some new friends. I go to a few panels, and everything's really nice. And I actually like what's going on. I start to make a Fursuit Friday video, and I'm like, yay, Fursuit Friday video here at Arizona FurCon! And it was a lot of fun. And I had a GoPro, I mean not a GoPro, I had a selfie stick. And so I was saying, selfie, selfie, taking selfies with everyone.
Didn't we try taking a selfie and we couldn't get the picture to come out right?
And I was getting to that part. Okays. No, but yeah, so I was taking selfies with everyone. He was one of the people. And I took a selfie with him, and the selfie came out horrible. It was completely dark. and it didn't show his face, didn't show my face. And I was like, oh no, well, we can try this later, but I gotta go. And so I took off, went to some other panels, and a few hours later, we took the selfie again. And after I took the selfie with him, him and a few other friends, we all said, you know what we should do? We should all hang out together for the rest of the con. And we just said, all right, let's do it. Why not? And so all the group of us, about 6 or 10, decided we're going to stick together and we're going to be friends and make this group a big group, and we're going to be friends with each other. And it was a lot of fun because I was like, yay, I'm part of a group. This is cool. I don't feel lonely anymore. And some of the group would go off here and some of the group would go off there, and I basically hung out with him most of the time because he was super nice to me. He was like, oh, do you need help? Here, hold my hand. And he would guide me places, or he would be like, oh, let me hold your camelback. Or here, oh, do you need help? Oh, you need to take a picture out here. And he was just being the nicest little puppy in the world to me. Yes,
yeah, but
were.
you always tell everybody that I stalked you for 3 days. I was trying to be nice and trying to be helpful, but you say I'm being a stalker, so...
So he's a wolf, so it's part of his nature
It's in my
to
blood.
stalk. It's in his blood. So no, he did stalk me for 3 days, but it was a good stalking because everywhere I'd go, he'd follow me, and he would just be super nice to me. And like I don't meet too many people that are like really nice to me, and he really helped me out, and he made me feel safe, and he made me feel like happy, and I don't get that very often. And so I felt it warmed my little heart, and I was like, I really like this guy. He's really nice to me, and I wasn't trying to like take him out on a first date or anything, but I was like, I really want to be friends with him. I feel a connection with this person. He's super nice. And close to the end of the day, we go into the headless lounge for the first time. I didn't know what a headless lounge was. I thought everybody went in there with their heads cut off and stuff. I didn't know what it was. But I go into the headless lounge, and I take off my head, and I do it like this. And he looks at me. He looks at me and he says, his eyes just glimmer. And I was like, oh, he likes the way I look. He thinks I'm cute. I could see it in his eyes. He was like, this guy's really cute. And I was like, I know that look. And
that wasn't my goal. It wasn't my goal to just be like, oh, hey, this guy's cute. I'm going to go talk to him. I was genuinely being nice to him.
Well, yeah, because we hung out the whole day and I never showed my face. And then finally when I took off my face, or my fursuit head, he was like, oh my God, he is adorable. And I looked back at him like, I know what you're thinking. And I knew from there on we'd have a good connection. And at the end of the first night, we went to a party, and I was all over the place. Like, I was drinking, having fun, playing board games, playing card games. He was doing the same. We weren't together 24/7, but we were just having fun at a party. And there was, obviously at a party, everybody hits on everybody, so there was more than one person hitting on him. Wink, wink. And I was like, wait, what? There's someone else hitting on him? And I was like, but, I wanted, oh no, I might lose him. And I got scared. And so I basically tried to pull some slick little maneuvers like this. And I tried being cute with him. And it didn't work too well. And somebody else was being cute with him too. And I was like, oh no, they're going to win. And I puppied up, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to ask him the question. And I went like that, and I'm like, do you want to go cuddle? And he was like...
I said no.
He said, sure. And I'm like, aww. Sarcasm is his defense mechanism, by the way. He's really sarcastic.
I'm a professional.
He's not a professional. So we go back to the room, and I expected it just to be me and him in a room, and I go back, and there's like 12 other people in the room partying it up. And I'm like, is everybody spending the night here? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, well, we want to cuddle. And everybody was like, okay. And we cuddled for the first night, and I think I took up most of the blanket. Did I? Was it that first night? Or was it the second night?
It was the first night.
So the first night we cuddled. No, that was the second night.
I'm pretty sure.
That was the first night. So the first night we cuddled and we had a good night's sleep, and I told him, in the morning. I gotta go back home. I gotta go take a shower and I gotta go change. And I left and I came back, and then within those few hours, he missed me a lot. And he sent me some text messages, and I sent him some, and I'm like, do you want some food? And I brought him some food on day 2 in the morning, and we all hung out, me, his friends, and all the other group, we all hung out, and he followed me around all day, wherever I went, and he was pretty much like, okay, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? And I'm just like, okay, I want to do this, alright, okay, I want to do that. And there's a few times I lost him, and then here's the great part. You guys are going to love this. This is a story you only get to hear from Zeek. We end up meeting Uncle Kage. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but we met Uncle Kage, and I was just like, hi, I don't know you. Nice to meet you. And he was like, you don't know me, sir? And I'm like, no, who are you? And he introduced himself, and I found out, oh, he likes to drink. Let me buy you a drink. Oh, you host Anthrocon. Let me buy you more drinks. And so I bought him a few rounds of wine. He showed me some wine, and I'm like, okay, let's have some time. And we drank and we sat for about an hour and a half. And after that, he's like, I gotta go do a panel, and it's called Uncle Kage's Drunken Hour. And I'm like, okay, I'll be there. And he goes, and then I pay off the bill, and I go watch him, and I laugh my butt off. Oh my goodness, the stories he was telling were just funny. And anybody else that was there knew I was a little tipsy, and I was just laughing at everything. And so at the end, he was like, if anybody wants to come talk to me, come talk to me. And so at the end of the panel, I go talk to him. And I don't know where he was the whole time, but I was talking to Kage for a few hours, and I go back to the room, or I try to go back to the room, after I hung out with Uncle Kage for a few more hours. And by this time, I was really, really drunk. And I'm walking to the room, and I get to the door, and it's locked. So I tried texting everybody, and nobody's answering, and so I go sleep in my car for the night.
Wait, hang on. This is the part where I freaked out because I lost him. I was trying to make sure that he was okay.
Stalking?
It's whatever he says it is, but I was trying to find him, and the only thing I could think of is maybe he tried going back to the room. I was walking through the parking lot trying to find him, and this was after about 2 hours or so. And I see this guy laying down in his car, and I peeked inside because I was just making sure that guy was okay, and it turns out he was passed out in his driver's seat with his door open. So I woke him up, and I was like, hey, you need to wake up, come back to the room so you can have a place to stay, because for some reason I thought he drove home when he was drunk, which would be stupid. Don't drink and drive. But turns out he was smart. He was smart enough to realize that he has a car, he can sleep in there. And I wake him up, and this guy is drunk, and somehow he managed to run up the stairs in fursuit. Well, you weren't in your fursuit,
Nope.
were you? No.
Uh-uh.
He was just passed out in his driver's seat, and he ran up the stairs completely wasted.
It's because I wasn't
flawlessly.
drunk. It's because I wasn't drunk. Don't listen to him. I was fully aware of what I was doing.
Sure. But yeah, he made it up to the stairs, and he goes to the bed, and he fell asleep. He didn't leave any room on the bed, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll sleep on the floor with like nothing, no blankets or pillows. And he got really sad in the morning. He's like, did you wake me up? I thought you woke me up and brought me to the bed. Either that or I just woke up in the morning.
So I woke up around 6 a.m. and I was like, oh my god, he's on the floor. I'm like, come on the bed, come sleep with me. And he was like, no, I'm good on the floor. I brought him up, we cuddled, I said sorry, and I ended up going, I didn't go back home. Day 3, I didn't go home, take a shower, so I stunk all day. I fursuited all day, and we had lots of fun. We went to go see the Ranting Griffin. We got to see some more panels, and it was just a great furry time. Like, we had such a good time. Like, everywhere I went, I wanted to hold his hand, but we weren't dating or anything, so I was just, like, hanging around him. And by this time, I've really felt a connection.
Wait, so does it mean you were technically stalking me too?
No. You followed me around everywhere. Anywhere he went, I was like, whatever. Let him do his own thing. Yeah. I gotta go do this, because I'm a solo person. When it comes to events, I do my own thing and I go my own place.
One thing we forgot, we managed to kick Thomas off the bed on the first night.
That's not important.
It was funny because at first
So he got a big shoe and he kicked his friend off the bed.
Yeah, that's
He's
what happened.
mean. But anyway, so day 3. day 3, we're hanging around. He's hanging around with me, and we're having a lot of fun. And towards the end of the con, because Sundays it always ends early, I was like, well, I gotta go. Bye. And so we took a few pictures, and I said bye, and I made it home, and he was still at the con because he left a little later, and apparently he was crying. He said, as soon as you left, I started crying because I missed you. And I was like, oh. I'm like, did you really? And he's like, yeah, I really did miss you a lot. Like, I just felt so alone after you left. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. Maybe there's a time we can meet up and hang out again. Where do you live? He's like, I live 120 miles away from that fur con. I'm like, what? What? 120 miles away? Oh my God, no! I'm never gonna see him! Oh, this is a tragedy! Oh, my heart, it broke. Oh, and I died, and I said, I'm gonna go find someone else. Bye, goodbye. I'm just kidding. No, I was like, well, I guess we can be in the middle, and if we want to hang out again. And he was like, I'll just come up there. I'm like, really? Because I don't like driving. He's like, I love driving. I'm like, it's a match made in heaven. Yay! Ooh, 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 ooh. And I love
dying.
you.
I'm dying.
But shortly after that, I told him, you know what, maybe I'll drive up there sometime. And after a few weeks of, actually no, it wasn't even a week. It was 6 days after the con, maybe less. I think it was 4 days, 5 days. Yo, the con was the 17th, 18th, and 19th. And he asked me out the 23rd of October of last year. And I was like, yes, what are you trying to ask me? And he's like, do you want to go out? And I'm like, of course I would, silly. And I started bouncing around, and I was like, I got a boyfriend! Whoops. I got a boyfriend!
Wait, you mean so we didn't perform the sacrifice ritual with JJ? That's not how I asked you out? No?
Duh, you don't know who JJ is. Actually, I kind of do know who JJ is. He's I guess. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Apple. I'm a big fan of
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow. I'm so alone. Da, 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 da. That song's a good song, by the way. But that's it, everybody. That's our story. We decided to date, and we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary.
October 23rd.
And this FurCon's gonna be on my birthday. That's the great part. Arizona FurCon, September 30th is my birthday! My birthday's coming up, everybody. Woohoo! What are you gonna get me?
A boop on the nose.
Boop. But I love him. He's my boyfriend. And I love him very much. We've been through a lot together. What, you got nothing to say back to me?
Nope. This has to be the most adorable death ever. You gotta keep it down. We haven't paid the pet deposit yet. They're gonna kick you out.
Well, that's all, folks. Thanks for joining. I'll see you guys another day. Bye! I love you guys. Thanks for watching.